Hey everyone, welcome back in. It is Queen Kuli. Welcome to my Enlightened Warriors. Thank you so much for being here. This is for the Master Life Path 11s, and I wanted to do a special video for you guys today. Today is actually October 14th, and that means that we are smack dab in the middle of our eclipse, right? So today's the solar eclipse in Libra, and it's all about renewing relationships. And the last day or so, I've been really going through it. I don't know if you guys have, but I have, to the point where it was just one of those days, right? But before I get into that, let me start over. Welcome. Thank you for being here. If you have never been here before, welcome. This is where we talk about all things 11 and numbers, numerology. And I am a shaman, a medicine woman, a light worker. I help people. The reason I'm here is to help you get in alignment and then understand what your soul purpose is. That's why I'm here. I'm an activator. And there are lots of different ways to work with me. And you can work with me one-on-one. You can work with me through the Brave Academy. And then I am just about ready this week to send out a launch for you, which will be, I think, really helpful for you in terms of how you move in the world. It's going to give you the universal spiritual law. I'll be teaching that, and there'll be a video as well as a meditation and some journal prompts, and it's going to be fun. Maybe some art too, right? Just want to make it super fun for you guys and super educational. So that's what I'm about. That's why I'm here. This is what I do. And if you don't know, if you don't know if this is your first time, I always share a little bit about things that we're all going through, and myself included. And that's not to put me out there on blast. It's to help you guys know that you're not alone, right? Because every one of us, especially the 11s, are going through things. 11s are one of the master numbers, 11, 22, 33s. And the 11s are the most spiritual, the most empathic. We feel the most out of any of the other numbers. And that's kind of why I started the channel, was to help people understand themselves better. I also have a sister channel, which is going to be about the downloads that I've gotten from God, from spirit, from the archangels, from the totem animals, from my ancestors. And I will link that below as well. And it's just going to be straight downloads. I've been getting downloads. I'm a clear channel, and I've been receiving downloads for the last 7 years. And I have books and books of downloads that are timeless, that will be very helpful to get you in the flow of manifestation, abundance, power, stepping into your power and who you are. The reason is because I lived a lot of my life, especially professionally, in fear. And now that I'm out of that and I'm so much stronger, I want to help you guys if you're in fear every day, because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to not be heard by even the people closest to you, because 11s are famous for that. In fact, I was talking with someone the other day, and I should do a video on how our family doesn't understand us or support us, because this can go from the time that you're young, all the way up to when you get married, or if you're you're living with a partner who doesn't understand you, because we're difficult to understand in the beginning. And until we know how we flow, we can't explain that to someone else. So if you are interested in me doing a video for you on family dynamics and how to handle that, because now at this point I have enough tools that I can help you, let me know, because I'd love to do it for you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments, because I always want to reply to them. And if you want to work with me, all you have to do is email me down below. Okay, so let's get going. So it's been a tough week, so to say, but yesterday was extremely hard for me. I had one of those days where I felt completely bombarded. Let me kind of talk you through it. Well, before I do that, let's start at the eclipse, because this is important. This eclipse, okay, just so you know, this is the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, and it will be impactful for everyone. And this eclipse says that you're likely to experience significant changes in your relationships, which have the potential to initiate them into a phase of deep personal and spiritual transformation, right? So this is our final eclipse of 2023. We're witnessing the first eclipse in the sign of Libra since 2016, and the second one this year for the Aries Libra axis. So today I was watching TV, and I think they were in Nevada, and they were New Mexico, Nevada, and they were showing the eclipse, the ring around, like the fire around it, and it was so cool. But yesterday was not a good day. And yesterday, for me, I was going through my phone, and two things happened. One was I saw a reader, a tarot reader, who I watch once in a while, and she had said something like, "Oh, I'm already at so many subscribers." And I was like, "What?" This person hasn't been on YouTube long, has already got way, way more subscribers than myself. And I felt just triggered by that. That was number one. The second one was I was listening to a singer who's pretty young. She's like 19, and she's amazing. She was discovered, I think, from TikTok. And now she's doing sold out shows everywhere. And I'm going like, okay, so don't hate me, but it was kind of like one of those feelings like, what the hell? Did you ever feel like, have you ever felt in your life as though you're doing all the right things, right? I work really hard. I work sometimes till 2:30 in the morning. That's not uncommon for me. I, go to church. I do my affirmations. I really try to set myself up for success. I'm very diligent. I just felt like I was doing all the right things, but my growth has been slower than I wanted, than I planned. So basically, I got very triggered by that, started comparing myself to other people, which I know, and then was like, what the F, WTF? Like, dude, what is going on here? Why do I not have the success that I desire? Why? Not just even monetarily, but all other areas of my business. And then I started comparing, and that's not good. And I was just wondering if any of you guys have ever experienced this, because everyone is on their own journey, but sometimes when you see someone else come up really quickly, you're kind of like, I've done all this work. I put in blood, sweat, and tears, and I'm still not where I should be, in my opinion. So you can get down on yourself. So what I did was I couldn't shake it. Usually I can shake this stuff. And I just said, I'm not going to be on the internet today, because sometimes that's a good thing. You need to take a day off. You need to just regroup. Okay. So I was talking to my sister. Now today I'm better. And there were a couple of things that came up and ways that you can overcome this. And I wanted to share them with you because I know I'm not the only one that goes through life and thinks like, why are people not hearing me? Or why am I not getting the success that I think I should have for what I've done, for the blood, sweat, and tears that I put in, right? The time, the effort, all that stuff. And this can be, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. This could be you working 9 to 5. You could have been working, and doing everything right. So you thought, and all of a sudden somebody else comes along and then they've got a higher paying job than you, right? And you're like, what? Like, what? And then you can, it can be very difficult to just, off your shoulders. Sometimes that's hard for us to do. Sometimes things do sink into our heart area and we get really hurt. And then we get angry because we're not where we want to be, right? So the first thing I understand is, comparison truly is the thief of joy. We are all on our own unique paths. And I don't know what these other people put in. Maybe, although they may not have been doing as long, maybe they've done things that I haven't done. Clearly, maybe they took more chances than I've taken, right? I don't know. So, and you don't know. So if you're feeling as though, you're here, but you should be here, or you're making this much, but you want to be making this much, whatever it is, and it could be a few things, know that the person that you're looking at and comparing yourself to, you really can't compare because it's not apples to apples. And even if it was, comparing yourself to someone else, we all have a different road because we're all different human beings. We are not all the same, even if you compare an 11 and 11, right? So you're on your own unique path, just as I am. And it's important that we don't compare ourselves, because you will be unhappy, and that's not going to help you move forward. You are unique, right? And you're a unique being on your own timeline, and you're different than anyone else. You are a divine sentient being with different gifts, different motivations. You may procrastinate more than someone else, or maybe not. Maybe you push yourself out there, but it's still trial and error a lot of times, right? So it's not always easy. We don't always know the road. And sometimes we make a wrong turn, or we try something and we thought it would work and it doesn't work, or it doesn't come out the way we thought it would. So give yourself some slack, okay? And don't compare yourself. The second part is to be kind to yourself. So many of us are our own worst enemies. We talk to ourselves terribly. We treat ourselves awfully. We say things to ourselves that we would never say to another living being. I don't care what it is. And it's time to be your own best friend. It's time for you to look at yourself and say, you know what? I am good at this. I am good at that. I am valuable. And I bring a lot to the table. That's what you should be saying to yourself every single day. Instead of, I'm not enough. This isn't working. I can't do this. I don't have that. I don't have enough of whatever. That's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to make you go down that rabbit hole again of not enough, unworthiness. And that brings on the lower level vibrations and energy of shame, frustration, anger, all that. And when you push that out into the universe, you get just more of that back, right? So it's not a good idea. So know that you are amazing. You are a divine sentient being. And by the way, I had someone email me the other day, and I told them that they have amazing energy, and they said, no, I don't have awesome energy. I'm a sufferer. And if that's you, I just want to send you a lot of love, because I don't want you to suffer. Suffering is optional, and I don't want anyone out there to suffer. I can't control it, but I can still send you good vibes. And I would encourage you to not suffer. Get out of that mindset if you can. And if you can't, find someone who can help you change the energy, because that's what it's about, is changing your energy. Once you change your energy, things start changing, because that's what you're pushing out into the world, and that's what you get back. Okay? So be kind to yourself. The other thing, number 3, is set smaller goals. You know, my sister had said to me, you know, you are famous for setting the most like crazy goals. And I am. And I bet you are too, as 11s. We expect perfection. We expect to come out of the gate doing something completely different. We may have never done it before, and we expect to be just as good or better than people that have been doing it for years. I know that's crazy, but that's just the way our mind works. But that's setting you up for failure, because it takes sometimes many moons to get good at something, right? Whether it's speaking, whether it's drawing, whether it's telling a story, whatever it is. It's so to look at someone that makes it look super easy, that's been doing it for 10 plus years, and then you're just trying something brand new, like say creating a podcast, right? Can look at somebody who's been doing it forever and be like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. I can do that too. I'll be great at it. And then you try your first or second one and you realize maybe you don't look that great on camera. Maybe it's really difficult. There's a lot more to it than just showing up, right? And there are people that are actually great at it and some that aren't. So take that pressure off yourself. Forget perfection. It doesn't exist. And start maybe making smaller goals for yourself. Because if you can create smaller goals that you can achieve, when you achieve them, you'll feel so much better. You'll have more momentum to push you forward, and it will be quicker, right? Say you have weekly goals instead of one goal over the next 3 months or 6 months. Because if you wait 3 to 6 months to achieve a goal, you're never getting small wins. And you need small wins to keep you going, to keep you enthusiastic, to keep you excited about the bigger goals. So that's why it's important to have goals and then stretch goals, which are almost impossible goals. Like if I got that, oh my gosh, like everything would change. And I have no idea how I would get there. And I'm scared to even write it down, let alone talk about it. That's like a stretch goal. But before that, you need smaller goals every single week that you can say, hey, you know what? I accomplished that goal. I'm proud of myself. Makes you feel good. And then you can move to the next one. So I would suggest if you're always having those like big, hairy goals, they call them, that are really difficult to achieve and take you a long time, you can lose your momentum and your being enthusiastic really quickly and then get discouraged and then stop. And that's not what I want for you or for any of us, because we are all here to shine our light. That's what we're here for, especially in this crazy, chaotic world. I don't care where you live. I don't care how old you are, young, old, it doesn't matter. You are here as a divine sentient being. You are amazing. You are an 11. You are different. You are unique. And the world needs what you have. So start to set smaller goals for yourself so you achieve them weekly. And that makes you feel good about yourself. And then you can keep going forward in a really positive, strong, with full momentum type of direction. And lastly, don't self-abandon. This is the biggest one. If you are having a day or a moment where you need to step away because you're unhappy with where you're at in any area of your life, it can be financially, it can be professionally, it can be, I thought my business would be making more by now. I thought that I'd have my own business by now, and I don't have it yet, and I'm still working on it. I thought that spiritually I would have more power by now, or I'd have more information to help others. Health wise, I thought that I would be down X amount of pounds by now, and I'm not there yet. I've only lost a few versus what I really want to lose. So you're not hitting your goals. Sometimes you need, and I need, a day off because as an 11, we overthink all the time and we don't take as much action as we need. You need to take aligned action as much as possible to get yourself out there. But if you're having a day, don't self-abandon. Take a day and just switch off your computer, go for a walk, take your shoes off if you live in a nice climate, get grounded, take some time to journal, take some time to meditate, be kind to yourself. And if you want to, go shopping, take a bath, do whatever works for you, right? If you're with animals, be with your animals for a day. But even if you just want to go watch a movie, but sometimes you need a day for you where you can be down, you might even cry. Sometimes that's a good thing. We hold it all in. You may even be dealing with things that are much bigger than that. I talk with people who are going through it, who have lost others. I'm still dealing with a death that happened, and I'm still working on it. And I know someone that I talked to who's having a really difficult time with her roommates. And I keep telling her, don't give up. You are so much more. Don't give up. You got to keep going. But sometimes we all need a day to pull back. But here's my thing. Take the day, but the next day, get back up on your horse. Get back up, because you don't want to have that be consecutive days, because then a week goes by, then 2 weeks goes by. If you are depressed, truly depressed, please go see somebody about it. Go see it there. I'm not a therapist. I am a license. I am a self-optimization coach, right? And I am a healer, and I am empathic, and I do have gifts to help you with positivity, removing negative energy, bringing in light energy from God, from source, from the universe, from the realms, right? But if you need more than that or something different, please go see someone that can help you, because I don't want you to be depressed and sad for a long time, because you are amazing. You are. You have so many gifts. You're a divine sentient being, and you're here to shine your light and help others. And I want you to come out of your cocoon and be the light that you are, because you're amazing. Don't ever forget that. All right, guys, I hope this helped you. Please let me know. If you want to work with me, email me. Everything's below, all the links. And these are I think I'm going to call this one the 5 tools to get you out of a slump, right? Remember that you're unique. You're on your own path, right? Be kind to yourself. Set smaller goals to reach so that you can gain momentum. Don't self-abandon and shine your light. Let me know if this helped you. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.